What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boxing Clinic, talking some more Erikson Lubin and Jermell Charlo, and just watching and different threads, watching different videos, and just watching Dante's Boxing Nation. He had an interview with Derek James, and it sounds like Team Charlo definitely respects Erikson Lubin. He must be respected. But he said everybody that he asked, that he had come on, I guess his show, or asked around amongst the 5 people who asked picks Erikson Lubin. Now, I've been on my page, and I've been on different boxing threads and, different sites, and a lot of people picking Erikson Lubin. A lot of people are. They treating Jermell Charlo like he a scrub or whatever. Oh, like this kid, he went 10 rounds, And he went 10. I don't know if it was a tough 10. I didn't see the fight. But you could see the records, how he moved up, how he got to the #1 mandatory. He fought a couple guys with 1 loss, that was 23-1, 28-1, something like that. But they have all gone on to do nothing. They all have gone on to be nobodies and scrubs, just to keep it nice. So he really ain't paid his dues to get to this position, And it's funny. It's funny how, he moved up and became #1 mandatory contender, and it took the Charlos years. It took Errol Spence years. And the powers that be like Erikson Lubin. But one thing I will tell you guys is, you guys love the eye test. That's what it is. Terrence Crawford said sometimes the eye test can lie to you. And all I want to say is this. Y'all do this shit with Golovkin. Y'all do this shit with a lot of other fighters, Now y'all hyping this up to be with Erikson Lubin, Oh, he looks good. Yes, you look good versus subpar competition and versus limited competition. In this fight, you will see the difference between the competition levels. You will see the difference between resumes right here. You will see the difference between experience. Just because the president of the United States don't have no experience don't mean nobody else needs experience in they work field. And I guess Lubin looks at it as, if I lose, I was too young, I'm going to come back and get what's mine. At the end of the day, I used this comparison the other day. I think it was live. Yesterday, matter of fact. Fernando Vargas, fought Tito Trinidad, Felix Trinidad, and got whooped. He wasn't the same fighter after that. They said the step up was too early in his career. I believe that's the fight. Don't quote me on that. And Erikson Lubin is dealing with that type of animal. Now, if you would have got Jermell Charlo before the John Jackson fight, when him and Derek James came together right at that point, he still wouldn't have a chance to keep it real. People say, "Oh, John Jackson was whipping up on Jermell Charlo and Vanas did." At the end of the day, Jermell Charlo was still breaking in Derek James as a coach, and it's something that, a lot of people don't understand. When you change trainers or coaches in boxing, it's different. He wants to implement your style. You're not going to just understand each other in the corner. Y'all not going to form that camaraderie and bond like that. It doesn't work like that. It takes years and years and to bond. How he holds the pads. It takes years to form that camaraderie. It take time for Derek James to put his imprint on Jermell Charlo. It takes time. Now, if he had Ronnie Shields, that wouldn't have been the case with John Jackson. Trust me, it would not have been the case. Because they got that rapport and they got that understanding that, he wouldn't have waited to got that knockout. He might not have got the knockout with Ronnie Shields, but he would have boxed the shit out of John Jackson. Trust me on that. But Derek James wants to preach knockouts and aggressive nature. And that's what Jermell Charlo is still trying to, trying to form into. By nature, a lot of people ain't watching Charlos coming up because they don't know shit about shit. Jermell Charlo, the other one that's at 160, he wasn't fighting nobody coming up. And I was surprised when he got a title shot. So, he seized this title shot versus Cornelius K9 Bunridge. He did. Erikson Lubin, this ain't that. This ain't a Bunridge where you about to just walk in and get a title like he did. You ain't get that. You ain't get that. You didn't get that. Jermell Charlo, he getting better and better each time. People say, "Oh, it's versus him." They always trying to detract from the people they don't like. Oh, he wasn't nothing. Oh, look at Golovkin. His whole career was filled with fighting nobodies. But y'all love the eye test, and then when these dudes step up to other guys that ain't that limited, that's good, and they look like dog shit. Oh, he getting old. He deteriorating. Oh, this and that. All I'm here to say is this. If Erikson Lubin gets his ass whooped, and once he get beat, I don't think he might get knocked out. I don't know. I gotta look at the film and see what he does and what he don't do. He will have some success in this fight, but like I said, once he get that ass whoop, I don't want to hear that shit from y'all. Oh, he wasn't that good. He was too young. Y'all love doing that shit. Y'all love discrediting, certain fighters and fighters that y'all don't like, y'all don't understand. Fighters that's boastful like the Charlos. The one Charlo had, one little action out versus Julius J. Rock Williams, and y'all jumped all over him. But didn't know the backstory how J. Rock was talking shit and getting out of the line leading up into the fight. That's what y'all don't know. People don't do their homework. But all I'm saying is this: don't take this away from Jermell Charlo. Give him his full credit when he beat the shit out of Erikson Lubin, and don't come on here trying to make excuses like y'all always do. Let's give this man his full credit. Y'all hype Lubin up. Y'all said he was the real deal. Y'all said he was gonna make the jump. Y'all said he didn't need the experience. He was special. He gonna be special getting his ass whooped. That's just right now. If he win, I charge to the game. I never ran from nobody. But I know it's about to happen. We gone.